Right, Paul, well, it feels like Groundhog Day
Yep.
all over again.
Yep.
Is that the feeling within the squad that it's another must-win to get the finals hopes alive?
Yeah, we're getting good practice at them. But yeah, this is all or nothing now. So we know what we need to do, and it's very, very clear. It's win or it's not good enough to get us in. So yeah, as I say, that clarity I think helps in a way, and we know going into this game that it's still in our hands. We can still control the outcome of the game. So yeah, it's win or bust.
And you were saying to me before we started the interview, going to Canberra again, and you'll again probably learn your finals fate in Canberra.
Yeah. We were here penultimate game last season, and we had the agony of watching two games that we needed to go our way, and they didn't. So we kind of found out the night before the game that we were out, and so yeah, the kind of fate of the team was decided in Canberra, and it will be again this week. So yeah, kind of odd that it's happened like that. Football throws out some of those funny things, but yeah, this time hopefully it's better news for us.
Travelling today, a couple of days out, is that done? Because this is one of the more difficult trips when you've got more than just the one flight.
Yeah, whenever we have an extra flight or an extra bus journey after the international flight, we usually try and do it on the 2 days out. So yeah, we'll arrive in Canberra tonight and then have our -1 there tomorrow. And yeah, we've got that full kind of 48 hours to prepare for the game, which is always good. So yeah, you know, when we're in this situation and it's kind of all or nothing, you want the team together. So that extra night's going to be a big help.
It's been a while since you played Canberra. I think it was round 2. Played at All Park, and now the penultimate round. How have they changed since then? Can you use that match in any way to prepare for this one?
Probably not. I mean, look, those first 2 or 3 rounds, I mean, from our experience, we weren't anywhere near kind of really what we wanted to be in those few rounds. Like, we were doing some good attacking stuff, but defensively we're a little bit shaky, and then we really picked up defensively. So every team kind of evolves a lot. I think like Anthony's done a really good job like with Canberra. You know, it's a tough situation for them. I know they're kind of like got clouds over them with the ownership and things like that, but they're achieving some good things. You know, they've won on the road, they've been tough to beat, they're hard to break down. They've always got a goal threat with that kind of front three that they have, and so yeah, you have to pay them the respect that they deserve, and it's going to be a tough game, there's no doubt about that. And yeah, McKellar Park's always a tough place to go.
One of those front three is Michelle Heyman, 200th A-League game. How much is she the barometer, I suppose, for the way Canberra play? Yeah,
look, I think she's obviously hugely important, and she's just a big personality. I think, like on the pitch, like you all sort of know she's there, and that experience of playing that many games in the A-League comes out because you can just tell movement's clever, and like she's good getting into the box and arrives like on time. All those things that you'd sort of expect from an international. So look, from that point of view, I think that milestone's pretty incredible. You know, I know Tamika Yallop's like reasonably close to that and maybe get to that, but for someone to have 200 games in the A-League, considering when it started, we're talking about maybe, I don't know, 10 games seasons, maybe 12 games. So pretty incredible, like to be able to play for that long at that level and still be a real golfer like she is. So yeah, a lot of respect for that.
Your internationals, obviously you had 3 away, a couple with the Football Ferns and Tiana with Lebanon. Tiana got to play, unfortunately the Ferns didn't. How have they all come back into the squad?
Yeah, I guess that the advantage from our point of view is we've got them back a little bit earlier than expected. We had planned for all the internationals to meet us in Canberra and just do the -1, but all 3 of them have got back a bit earlier than we thought, and so they've been here to do our 3-day lead-in, which is a bonus for us, having them back. And they've all come back in really good spirits. Yeah, and I think they've kind of rested up and their travel was good, so they've been able to train each day since they've been back. So yeah, it'll be a 3-day lead-in for them, so that's huge for us. Usually it's a bit of a challenge with the international stuff, but this time around it's a little easier from our point of view.
So none of them should be limited?
No, they should all be good to go. Yeah, we're going to need everybody. It's kind of it's that point of the season now, isn't it? So it's yeah, everyone's all in.
And no new injury concerns at all with anyone else?
No new injuries. So yeah, things are going well on that part. We've got that full squad again to choose from. So that's been a pretty regular now. So yeah, the sports science and medical team are doing an amazing job, like at this stage of the season, not to have injuries or niggles holding people back. So everybody's fully fit and ready to go.
this seems to be, as you said, the fourth or fifth must-win game you've had in a row. Have you had any issue, motivating the players over and over again each weekend for them?
It's a hard balance, like ultimately I think motivation is one of those things like certain people feel it and others won't at that time. It's quite an individual thing. So yeah, look, everyone's motivated to do well and achieve what they want, but ultimately for us, the message that I've been having is it's less about motivation and more about just getting out there and doing it and putting one foot in front of the other and like what's the next task and being really hyper focused on what we're doing in the moment, and rather than kind of big motivational things, like we all know what the situation is, so we just got to get out there and get the win.
And the performances, maybe you haven't got the results that you wanted, but how far away do you feel the performances have been from getting those results?
The performances have shown in patches, I think, like real quality and what we can do. We haven't been able to maintain it. The closest we've probably got to a full 90-minute performance was the last away game in Sydney a few weeks back. So that is encouraging in terms of this away game. If we can play like we did against Sydney, then I think we'll win. So it's one of those, it is there, the performance is there, and at this point, results haven't been going well for us, and so confidence is of course a little bit lower than we'd like, but it can all change in a heartbeat. So we just need to start on the front foot and take the game to Canberra and get up early and let the momentum do the rest.
And how motivated are the players by the opportunity to have that final do-or-die game at home in front of their fans?
Yeah, I mean, God, that's the thing for us. Like, it's all on the line for that. Everyone really wants that moment, like to have that game at Porirua next weekend for it to really mean something and to have a lot on the line, and it just makes that whole thing exciting. We want to play right to the end for the season with something to fight for. So getting this win can set that situation up. So that's what we're aiming to do.